Sometimes we don't want to do things by ourselves, but we do want to create this great content for the holiday season. So why not partner? You can actually do a Vlogmas by going inside an actual physical bookstore. This is where you just go to like Barnes and Noble or just some local mom and pop who needs exposure and just go down the aisles and show us or them what kind of books they have so that maybe people will patronize that business, right? And more so a nonprofit bookstore or mom and pop or something like that where they need to make money, and especially during the holiday season. I know that the thrift stores like Out of the Closet or Goodwill have books. You can just stop on in there, videotape the books, and just show people what they have. So, as an author, you might find something for yourself, but it's a good way to do a day of Vlogmas if you're trying to figure out content. Another thing you can do for Vlogmas as an author is to make some cookies and then talk about a book. Talk about your actual book if you're a published author. You can make different types of cookies and then put the book up and then go back to making the cookies, because even though you want to tie everything into the book, it's really about the cookies. So make some cookies, make a couple of different batches, show how you make the cookies, and then pair it with a book. So maybe you might choose another author's book that has cookie recipes, and that will really tie into the subject matter for this Blogmas Day, right? Or Vlogmas Day. You'll have a hard time sometimes coming up with Vlogmas content, and one thing that you can do is make a bookmark. So, but you can make several different bookmarks. So, and it seems like, a thing that might not take long, but look on Pinterest, see how people are already making the bookmarks, and maybe you can choose like a 5 or 10, depending on how many or how long you want to be online showing people how to do this. But this is something where they can pair this item with their book. So it's useful, you're getting your content, and you're teaching someone something. Other Vlogmas content that you can do for your how many ever days you're going to be doing it is to reorganize your bookshelves. Now, I was purging or decluttering books, so I don't have a lot of books to do that with. But you could reorganize your bookshelf by color coding and just seeing how that feels on your skin, or by author, or by title. Now, you might already have a way that you're organizing the books because that's your way, but test out these other ways. And so this might be some content that you can do, and also styling the bookshelves as well as organizing them. And this can be a great maybe 15-20 minute video. As an author, you want to come up with some clever ways to do a Vlogmas post. So declutter your books. You can declutter them, and I said before, you can organize them, but actually going through the books and saying, okay, am I going to read this again? Is it really making me feel good? Or is it just adding to the books that I have on the shelf? And you can think about donating those books or giving them to someone who wants to read them, but they just never purchased it for themselves, right? So, decluttering your books, donating them, sharing them with someone. This is a good idea for Vlogmas. Doing Vlogmas content can be, I don't know, I don't want to say overwhelming, but you can run out of things to talk about. And so you can talk about your own personal life, but some people don't want to do that. So another thing you can do is book recommendations. So Grab a whole bunch of books that you know were excellent books. And also, if those books were made into movies, that extends your video. So get your book recommendations together. Maybe your friends can recommend some books, and you can compile all of that information together and make a great Vlogmas video. We don't want to do things by ourselves, but we do want to create this great content for the holiday season. So why not partner with someone who wants to do Vlogmas videos as well? And so you each will sit and talk about books or the publishing industry or things that you found while shopping for books, accessories, things like that. Just have a great conversation. You can do this with about 3 or 4 people, and that takes up some of the days for your Vlogmas content. So think about partnering with people, just having a chat, maybe just you and that person talking about their book and then picking it apart. So, just an idea. Great at talking just on a whim, and then some of us aren't. So you can turn your camera on and then just start talking. And this is adding to your Vlogmas content. So going live is a great way to not only interact with people, but just getting yourself comfortable with being in front of the camera. Some people need to actually pre-record and then edit and re-record or what have you. But you'd be really stretching yourself if you could go live a few days during your Vlogmas time. Some other content that you can make during Vlogmas is to maybe dress up like a character and give out toys. Volunteer somewhere where you know that they're going to be giving out gifts for Christmas or giving to children or maybe visiting the seniors' homes, something like that, a senior's home or a senior facility. And you can just vlog it. You can sit there, talk to the people, you get permission, obviously. But this is a way that you can have more content. If you just did one for maybe like a place that was giving away to kids and then one for seniors, that takes care of a couple of days. Now, I'm not one to turn on the camera and, videotape someone suffering. So, but making a batch of cookies and actually taking it to the homeless, but not videotaping them, just maybe like on your way to the place. And then, if they allow you to record them talking to you, but you wouldn't have the camera on them, but just giving out the cookies. And this is kind of a way of showing that, hey, if I can do this, you can do this. So, but you don't want to like exploit people or anything like that. So just be mindful when you're doing this. Get a person's permission. If they say, no, I don't even want you to record me talking to you, then don't do that. Just give them the cookies and then go on your way. But this is a way that you may be able to vlog and have content. It's not the first way, but it is a way. But get permission from people because, like I said, you want to respect people. You don't want to violate their privacy or, just expose them. They're already struggling. So you want to be kind. One way to have a Vlogmas post is to host your BYOB. Not bring your own bottle, but bring your own book. And so you'd have a webinar or some type of Zoom or whatever, go live, and you'd have all these different authors on there bringing their book and talking about what it's about. And you'd limit them to so many minutes to really talk about it and then just give their background. But it's getting them exposure, and all those authors can help you market for this time that you're going to be online. So that will be how many ever people you have times how many ever books. So everybody's getting an opportunity to share. Some people don't mind talking about themselves. They don't mind sharing their life and their family's lives. We see it all the time online. So if you want to add a Vlogmas post that shows what you do from when you get up in the morning to when you go to bed at night. And so you're just basically, maybe you'll lay out your clothing, you'll show yourself making breakfast, lunch, or dinner, if you're hanging out with friends, and just respecting people's privacy as well along the way. Like if you're hanging out with friends and they don't want to be videotaped, you can ask permission. But this is a way for you to get more content for Vlogmas as an author, but you're not really putting your book in there. And you may find a way to put your book in there. That may come up in one of the conversations you have during the day. But this is an extra post that you can do during Vlogmas as an author to just have content. You want to have as much content as you can, and sometimes authors, we have a hard time finding content. So, and then also think about how you can, like I said, infuse your book, other people's books, in situations so that you can have things to talk about.